The man charged with killing a Minnesota lawmaker and her husband and wounding another lawmaker and his wife is due in federal court in just about an hour. Vance Boelter is facing both state and federal charges for the attacks on the Democratic officials back in June. Police say he murdered State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark and the family dog. He's also accused of wounding Democratic Senator John Hoffman and his wife. Prosecutors say he was targeting others as well. I want to bring in CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman to talk more about this. Katrina, so bring us up to speed on this case.
Vlad, so Vance Boelter has pled not guilty to the charges against him, and he has been charged with murder, attempted murder, stalking, and then firearm offenses related to his shooting of Senator John Hoffman and his wife, and then killing of Melissa Hortman and her husband. Now, he's expected in court today for this hearing. It's a status conference, so essentially we're expecting them to go over the progress of discovery, timelines, deadlines. We don't have a trial date in this yet, but it's expected to likely be not until 2027. The judge has actually designated this a complex case, Vlad, because of the vast amount of evidence here. So it gives the prosecution more time to turn over evidence to the defense. And what's also notable is the police just announced that they're planning to do a review of how this was handled. Because one thing about this case is Vance Boelter impersonated a police officer when he went to these homes. And after he went to Senator John Hoffman's home, his daughter actually called the police, reported what was going on, that her parents had just been shot by a man who was impersonating a police officer. This was before he ever made it to Melissa Hortman's home. The police actually encountered him there as well, Vlad. They shot at him, but he managed to escape, leading to a 40-hour manhunt before they captured him. So they say they want to try and improve their future law enforcement response.
As you know, this isn't the only case in court today concerning a threat made against a public official. Tell me about that.
So there is also a sentencing going on today, Vlad, and that is of a woman who had threatened Judge Tanya Chutkan. As a reminder, Judge Chutkan had presided over now President Trump's January 6th case, where he was accused of trying to participate in overturning his loss of the 2020 election. Now, this woman, just hours after Judge Chutkan was assigned to the case, called her, supposedly threatened her life, made racial comments as well. The woman ultimately pled guilty to this, Vlad, but this sentencing has been postponed a number of times. She potentially faces 5 years in prison. And the importance of this context, too, is that we're seeing more threats against judges than ever before. Over 560 already recorded this year. That is surpassing all of 2024. So this is still a very significant issue.
Yeah, it certainly is. Katrina Kaufman, thank you very much for your analysis. Always appreciate you.